Talk to me via the chat. You can tweet us at Triggered TV. No good sending an email. I won't be able to read them. And we're off. I'd like to start off tonight, actually, talking about a poster. Sorry, Graham, I know we were going to start with something, but I want to start with this. You see, a poster was put up at Edinburgh train station, and it just said, I love J.K. Rowling. It's J.K. Rowling's birthday, I believe, coming up or happened, and someone put this poster up. Scotland's largest selling author, obviously a philanthropist, gives huge amounts of money to charity, so why not? I love J.K. Rowling. It makes sense, right? Makes sense. I've not read the books. Junior's not interested yet, but I'm sure we will, and when we do, we'll love them. I'm sure. Well, it has been removed. A handful of people complained. Trans activists, I imagine, and woke people say, it's transphobic. No one can tell me what's actually transphobic about the poster, just as no one can tell me exactly what was transphobic in J.K. Rowling's essay, where she quite openly said she cared very deeply for trans people, but, you know, women's spaces have to be respected. But apparently that's totally transphobic, and she should be cancelled. So it was taken down. It was taken down by Network Rail Scotland, who do not like political posters or statements. They don't allow it, which is why in their logo they have the pride flag, because they don't like political statements. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not political. It's political. So they said, yeah, you know, we didn't realise the connotations to it. I just whistled. We didn't realise the connotations to it or anything like that. Put my teeth in my mouth. We've taken it down. Now, this was actually a masterstroke, because this poster was, of course, put up by Posey Parker. The lady behind the poster, the billboard that said woman, adult, human, female. The dictionary definition of a woman, still not erased, by the way, still in place. And that was taken down. There's huge brouhaha, and she gave poor old Dr. Adrian Harrop a proper pasting on the television when he tried to take her to task for it. Turns out Posey Parker put this poster up. And why is it a masterstroke? Well, a lot of people aren't aware of the issues online. It's not to do with trans people, transsexuals with them, it's activists. It's blokes with beards like mine going, I'm a lady, so they can stand next to ladies in changing rooms doing the towel trick with their crotch, with a knacker on each side and their big lady cock hanging out the left-hand side. That's what that's all about. Now, hopefully, the general population will go, oh, where's that poster gone? And somebody will say, well, you're not allowed to say it's transphobic. Because the big thing with the activists, as I said all along, all they will do is hurt women and hurt trans people. That's what's going to happen. Because whilst all is going swimmingly in the Twitter world for them, Stonewall aren't going to keep it up forever. Mermaids have already been removed from the BBC website thingy. The Newsnight programme happened. There's going to be a bit of a backlash. And I do have genuine concerns for some of the trans people who will be harmed by this. But be in no doubt, it's not the TERFs that will have hurt them. It's the blue-haired Tumblr fucks, those woke pricks. They're the ones that will have done it. Because all we need is one member of the public to turn around and go, they want to get fucking changed where? What do you mean a bloke in a women's rape crisis centre? That's how it all happens. So Posey Parker's been very, very clever. What amazes me is that the people responsible for having it taken down were very vocal on Twitter, and very happy to point out that Edinburgh is a city of students, and all students support trans rights. Now, obviously, it's obvious how this has been framed, isn't it? Because trans rights are human rights. Yes. Trans people are human people. Their rights are human rights. I'm not sure their human rights are to enter female spaces. I think they're rather special rights. Human rights. Be treated equally. Be able to be paid the same, treated the same, to be able to live, to not be killed, to not be discriminated against. It's not discrimination to say I'm not going to let you with your beard and your penis into a female space. That's not discrimination. That's just not being fucking mental. Standard response to you saying all trans people are predators. No, I'm not. But it only takes one or two, doesn't it? But apparently that's probably acceptable. Collateral damage. Unless you're the woman on the receiving end of it, then I imagine it's very different. But fuck you, TERF. That's how it is. So, yeah, the war rages on. The TERF wars rages on as ever on Twitter. I'm not sure about Tumblr these days. I think they all migrated from Tumblr, didn't they?
Yeah, they've all sacked off Tumblr now. Yeah, people have been begging them to open it back up again just to fucking
take them back,
clear the internet up.
Because that's where all that 75 genders bullshit came from, wasn't it? Fucking some of those. I was trying to read some the other day. I've never felt so old.
I know. Oh,
what's that gender one where there's no gender? My gender is I have no gender unless I decide I've got a gender after lunch.
Oh, dude, there's ones that are
before the late afternoon.
Yeah, there's ones that it depends on who else is in the room with you and all sorts of mental shit.
Did you turn your camera off?
I don't know, just wasn't there. I put that fella up.
That went well.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Had a corker on Twitter tonight, someone saying, listen, everybody, you can just download J.K. Rowling's books. Don't give her any money. And I said, well, that's not a legitimate protest. That's theft. No. Oh, they belong to the fans. Oh, they fucking don't. There's a copyright in there. It doesn't say the fans. It's just J.K. Rowling, I imagine.
Mate, I obsessively check things like this, and apart from that glitch with White Fragility, that awful racist book, J.K. Rowling's been like 7 of the top 10 on Amazon and 7 of the top 10 on Amazon is the one that matters because that's where everyone buys books. I'm
not sure this cancelling her is working.
It really isn't. It really.
I don't know that that's what cancelling means. Does cancelling make someone enormously popular?
Yeah. Well, it's funny as well because on the same day I saw 2 different articles that said one said her sales are through the roof and the other said her sales have gone down, and I'm like, I just can't trust anything now. Just that basic fact you would have thought wasn't up for debate, but no, it's not the world we live in now, is it?
No,
everything's relative.
We live in a world of spotty-faced blue-haired Herberts telling me how to live. That's why someone got angry at me earlier for being negative about paedophiles. It was a trans person, strangely enough, with a cartoon avatar and a fake name. Said, you're ugly. Of course I'm fucking ugly to you. I'm about 40 years too fucking old. Like I'm young. Imagine being annoyed with someone because they don't like fucking paedophiles. I don't mean fucking paedophiles. Just don't like paedophiles. Imagine what a fucking world we live in. So yeah, that was the poster up at Edinburgh station there up in Scotland. Network Rail Scotland living their best lives. I think that's fucking dreadful shit on that window. Jesus Christ.